Boys and girls, we're going to continue converting, but this time we're using units of measurement that have to do with mass, which is how much something weighs or how heavy it is. Normally when you guys weigh yourself, you probably weigh yourself using pounds, and the abbreviation for that is LBS. Okay, we're going to be talking about kilograms and grams. All right, think about kilometers, meters, that phrase kilogram versus regular grams. And similarly to kilometers and meters, there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So that means in 3, we would just count by thousands. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 grams. Another way to look at this is if you were going from grams to kilograms, you can just cover up the zeros. So if I covered up the zeros, the 3 zeros, it would be 3. Same thing here. If I covered up the 3 zeros, I'm just left with a 4. So this is 4 kilograms. I can't erase that. Now, if you notice, there's a bit of a jump here. 1, 1,000. 3, 3,000. 4, 4,000. 17. What goes next? That's right, 17,000. And I'm always adding 3 zeros. Now, if you look here, it says 20,000. I'm going to go ahead and cover the 3 zeros. What am I left with? Very good, I'm left with 20. Now this is where kids will make a mistake. They'll see 300 here, and they'll say, oh, I need 3 zeros, so they only add 1. Boys and girls, if you're going from kilograms to grams, you have to always add 3 zeros. So I'm going to go ahead and recopy the 300, plus add 3 zeros. All right? Take a moment to make sure your data table looks like mine. Note, if you're going from kilograms to grams, you're adding 3 zeros, so I'll put a plus. But if you're going from grams to kilograms, you're taking away 3 zeros. Okay, so it depends on which way you're going. So when we're converting or changing measurements, okay, we have to think about how many there are in one. So, we know, I'm going to switch here to blue. In 1 kilogram, if I wanted to put it together with grams, I have to convert it. So that means I'm going this way, which means I'm going to, if we look down here, add 3 zeros. So this is actually, and I'll do it up here, 1,000, because that's this, plus the 500. I want you to notice I don't convert the grams at all, because that's what I want to end up with, so it stays the same and doesn't change. Let's go down to letter B. This is a 3, but I want to convert, so this is going to be 3,000 plus, I don't change the grams at all, 715. You can do C. I'm going to try D. It has a 25. We're going this way, so we're going to add 3 zeros. 25,000 plus 9. Okay. Here, for letter E, we're just going to break apart. Here's my thousands. Here's my grams. 210. Add your 3 zeros. Plus 90. I want you to take a minute to just finish part number 2, all of it, and then check in with your teacher before moving on. All right, so now for this part, this is very similar to what you did yesterday. If you'll notice, though, for this first one, both measurements are grams, so we don't have to do any converting or changing. All you're going to do is this subtraction problem. I highly recommend lining up the problem vertically to avoid mistakes. However, for this one, you're going to notice we have kilograms and grams, so we need to convert this. And we know when we're converting from kilograms to grams, it's just 1,000. So this will be 1,000 minus 237. You can see here why it was so important to learn how to subtract with zeros. For part C and D, it says we're going to convert, but we want to use the smaller unit, and grams are smaller. So our answers are always going to be in grams for C and D. I'm going to go ahead and do C, and you'll do D, which is subtraction. So for these types of problems, step 1 is going to be to convert or change, and step 2 is going to be to either add or subtract, depending on the math problem. Okay, so we really have to pay attention to those things. So here I go. So the first thing I'm going to do is convert this and convert this. So I know if I'm going from kilograms to grams, I'm just adding those 3 zeros. So this is 25,000, oopsies, plus 9. You're going to notice I don't do anything to the 9 because it's already in grams. Okay. Then over here on this side, it's 24. So that's 24,000. Now, boys and girls, once you have those two pieces, when we look at the math problem itself, this would be our conversion. Part 2 says to add or subtract, and according to this problem, we're going to add. So you're going to add your two answers. For part D, when you're doing it, yes, you'll still convert. But after you convert for this problem, you'll be subtracting. Okay? E and F is where it gets trickier because now they want our answers in mixed units, which means they want to mix things, so they want to see how many kilograms you have and how many grams. Whereas up here in C and D, all they're looking for are grams. So it is a little different. All right, so let's do this. I'll do the subtraction one, and you guys can do the addition one. So for letter E, I have to convert first, always, in order to do the subtraction. So this is a 14, so that means it's 14,505. Then I'm supposed to subtract this number, right? So I'm going to write mine vertically because that helps me with my subtraction. Change colors here. Can't do that, so this can be 49. 15 minus 8 is 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, 1. Now, what I have to ask myself here, E and F require a third step, which means convert again. If I want to see the kilograms versus the grams, kilograms are always thousands. So all I do is I look at my number and I ask myself, how many thousands are here? 10. So that would be 10 kilograms. And then the hundreds are your grams. 217 grams. So again, separating your thousands versus your hundreds. I want you to take a minute to finish. Let's see, we have subtraction for 3A and B. You have addition and subtraction for C and D, and F. I want you to finish all that and check in with your teacher before you continue. Some tape diagrams. Okay. We're going to be writing our answers as statements and simplifying or converting. I'm going to write that on here, converting. So I like to start by reading the problem, and I'm going to highlight some important information. So one package weighs 2 kilograms and 485 grams. The other package is 5 kilograms, 905 grams. And the question is asking what is the total weight. So when we see the word total, that means we're going to be adding. So total means to add. Alright, so let me go ahead and draw a quick tape diagram here. So package number 1, actually I should do it in blue, is 2 kilograms, 485, so 2,000 plus 485. Now where did I get 2,000 from? I converted the 2 into grams. Package 2. It says 5 kilograms, so that's 5,959 grams. So all you're going to do is add all of this up to find the total. And remember, you do want to have a statement. So the total weight of the two packages is blank grams. But the whole sentence. Number 5. Together, a pineapple and a watermelon. Oh, two different things. I'm going to highlight that. So we have a pineapple and a watermelon, and that's how much they weigh. Now we do know the pineapple by itself is this, but we don't know the watermelon. So this is when we have a missing piece. So for this one, I'm going to do the pineapple, because I know it. 1 kilogram, which I know is 1,000. 1,000 plus 255 is the pineapple. And then I have a watermelon, but I don't know how much that is. But I do know that all together, they're 6, so that's 6,000. 6,230. Now, in order to find the missing piece here, or the watermelon, I've always told you this, you start with the whole and subtract what you know. So I'm going to set this one up for you. 6,230 is the whole. Subtract the part I know, 1,255, and that'll give you what's left. So your answer would be the watermelon weighs blank grams. Okay? Javier's dog weighs 3,902 more than Bradley's. Oh my. So Javi's, my mistake, sorry. Javi's dog, more. Now remember, the word more means bigger. So the tape diagram should be bigger. Then it says Bradley's dog, we know exactly how much his dog weighs. We need to find Javi's. Okay, so I'm going to start with Bradley's because that's the one that I know. So Bradley's dog is 24 kilograms, so that's 24,175 grams. Now Javi's dog is more. So for Javi's dog, I'm going to take Bradley's dog, so it's going to be the same, and add the more. So boys and girls, if you want to find Javi's dog, you first need to find Bradley's, plug that answer in here, and then add everything for Javi's dog. You're not going to add Bradley's, you're just going to add this piece and this piece. For this last one, to find out who's heavier, that means who's the most, you're first going to have to do your converting for these two. Oh, sorry, not for those two, for this one. And then how much heavier is she than the lightest? To find out the difference between two numbers, you subtract. So you'll start with, we're going to convert that one too. So you'll start with Isabel, and you'll subtract the lightest kid, which means the smallest number. Right, go ahead and finish and check in with your teacher.